one like us who grew up playing basketball at one point in our lives played a ton of 3-on-3 half court. And I had never thought about it as a model or a paradigm for young children to play. But the more I was convinced watching youth soccer, and the more I was convinced after Gary was talking to me about this, then I decided here in my hometown of Winchester, Massachusetts, to implement, with the good graces of our youth basketball club here, 3-on-3 for 3rd and 4th grade children, which are basically 8 to 10-year-olds. I have made this contention many times, and this is one of the hardest things I've had to sell to the youth basketball community in this country the last 20 years, that 3-on-3 half court, all the way through elementary school, that would include even 5th grade, generally your elementary schools in this country are kindergarten to 5th grade, is a better way to teach basketball than 5-on-5 full court, which is of course what we look at when we see TV or we watch our local high school varsities play. 3-on-3, there are many advantages for kids. Number one, there are only 6 kids contending for one ball rather than 10. That is one, so it's obviously the court is now lesser congested or decongested, as I like to say. Number two, the problem with full court basketball at young ages is the children at these ages, even more so than at middle and high school, and they still have problems at that age, tend to run faster than their ability to control the ball. And that would be 2 things, dribbling and passing. That is why sometimes basketball at these younger levels can be anguishing to watch, because the kids' legs run pretty fast relative to their age group, but their ability to handle the ball, not only by dribbling but by passing, tends to be compromised by their ability to run too fast. So what happens in 3-on-3 half court is you eliminate the full court dash from one basket to another, and basically what you do is slow the pace down of the game by anywhere from 70 to 90%. So what you do is you can take 10 kids who were playing the normal 5-on-5 full court, and now you can put an extra 20%, 2 more kids on that court, because you can have 2 3-on-3 games at each basket. So you now have 20% more kids, obviously 100% more basketballs, 1 more ball, and therefore the number of touches go up per child in that event, with the 2 3-on-3 games going on at each side of the court. The challenge for people in basketball is you've got to be able to turn your brain off. And you've got to be forgetting what you watch on TV, and you've got to be forgetting what you watch at your local middle and high schools. Because what you're trying to do at these ages, especially these elementary school ages, these ages of 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, is what do you want them to do? Do you want them to learn how to play basketball, or do you want to plug them into a paradigm that befits much better players? The youth soccer people figured this out 30 years ago in this country. But I'll be honest, trying to sell 3-on-3 half court to a country that is so used to 5-on-5 full court can be a very difficult challenge. Number one, more touches. It's mathematical. Number two, it slows the pace of the game down. Number three, if you have extra players, you can put them on the sideline. It's what's known as sideline outlet receivers, where if the person on the court, the little kid on the offense, can't get the ball to one of his 2 compadres, one of his 2 teammates, then he can throw the ball out of bounds to the person standing there, and that person standing there, that outlet receiver, can only pass it back into his or her teammates. This is a game that allows more touches. It's decongesting the court. It allows freer movement. And believe me, children who are being guarded will learn how to move, because if they don't, they of course will still stand there and be guarded. So it gives them a little extra room to move around in and some spots where they can catch the ball. If you're truly interested in helping to teach children, especially at those kindergarten to 5th grade ages, how to play basketball, never put them on full court and play 5-on-5. What will end up happening is 2 or 3 players will dominate the game. Those are the ones that can run and dribble at the same time, and somewhere between 7 and 8 players will hardly ever touch the ball at all. So basically, in a half hour of playing, your 2 or 3 players will probably touch the ball for 20 or 25 minutes of that half hour, and the other 6, 7, or 8 kids who aren't as comfortable dribbling the ball or handling the ball at speed will end up becoming wallflowers. So what you may be doing is developing maybe 20% of the kids. They'll be having a happy time. They'll have the ball. But what you've got to do is develop a model where all kids can participate, and 3-on-3 half court versus 5-on-5 full court is the way to go.